The 9th Guards Cavalry is a B-tier infantry division with, well, a lot of infantry, and also a good amount of airplanes as well. Recon has a floaty boaty car with a machine gun on top. They are the Osnat Snipers, which is a 4-man sniper squad with a lovely veterancy. Pretty much regular stuff. You got the T-70 Recon, you got a Valentine Recon, as well as the T-34-76 Recon. Two main infantry options for the 9th Guards are Cossacks and Osnat infantry. For Cossacks, you got a regular armed squad, you got a SMG armed squad, as well as an SVT armed squad. For Osnat troops, you got Osnat Sapari, which is a small man TNT squad, and regular Osnat, which is a small man bazooka squad, and they all have lovely veterancy. For tanks, there's the Command T-70, one card of T-34-76s, these Valentine Mark 9s are very good at destroying other tanks, and a boatloader's 75mm Shermans. Yes, they do have stabilizers. Really too fancy in the support tab. You can get some small Jeep resupply vehicles if you want, but apart from that, you got your flamethrowers, you got your machine guns, you got your support guns, pretty standard stuff. The tank is rather lacking, as you can tell, very few anti-tank guns. Anti-air is surprisingly decent. You got two 25mm in the back of a truck, the regular 37mm, as well as a giant 85mm, which does have AP cells. You got APCR cells, which do a lot of damage, have very low accuracy, as you can see. Really too crazy in the artillery tab. You got some mortars, some field guns, some Katusas, some Su-76s. Aeroplanes are mainly going to be using the Lag-3 series with fighter, rocket, and anti-tank rocket variants, and the LA-7s, which also come in fighter and bomber variants. There's also the rather big Tu-2, which does have a 1,000 kilogram bomb in one of the loadouts, which is pretty nice. For defenders, it's all pretty standard infantry division affair. Harteneck is an A-tier mechanized division with a lot of infantry and airplane slots, as well as a decent amount of support. For recon, there's some Cossack troops, which is pretty cool. There's also the Panzer II Lux, right? Choosing its prototype name? I have no bloody idea, but it's a Lux. There's also a Hungarian thing. It shoots things. Really fantastic infantry in this tab. First up, a lot of Hetzers, which is pretty nice. There's also grenadiers with Russian equipment. You know, the Panzerfaust isn't exactly all that Russian. And reducing our first ace of Hungarian infantry, you got the 30-point squad, which has surprisingly really good equipment. 14 G43s, if I recall, as well as some anti-tank grenades. There's also a more heavily equipped squad with a lot of machine guns, as you can tell. And these are 16-man squads. They are pretty bloody beefy. There's also some, I believe, cavalry troops from the Germans. You got a pretty good CQC squad here, as well as an MP44 equipped squad. Thanks, you got some captured T-34s, a few Stugs here and there, and a surprising amount of Tigers, considering this is just a mechanized division. You can really play the heavy tank game quite well with Group Harteneck. For support, such MGs are really bloody cost efficient. There's also some 50mm mortars, which is nice, as well as the Panzer IIIN and a Stu-42. The Stu-42 I think is a little bit expensive for what it really does. Tank, you got some AT rifles, as well as Panzerschrecks, some captured Russian guns, Marder 3s, Marder runs, and okay, look, here's the bloody Hetzer. Yes, it's called the Panther 30AT, but goddamn, it's a Hetzer in my heart, and it's really bloody good. It's cost efficient, great armor, APCR cells, and it has medium stealth, so it's a real sneaky boy. You see, there's not much anti-air, and it's pretty expensive to bring it up to begin with. Artillery is also pretty lackluster, a few mortars, a few captured French guns, some off-map, and also an off-map recon plane. It was really interesting seeing the off-map recon now in the artillery tab, but it does make much more sense. For the air tab, you got a Messerschmitt 410 recon plane, some ME-109s, which are piloted by Hungarians, an ME-410 with a 50mm anti-tank gun, and it does quite a lot of damage, as well as a HE-111, one that drops two 1,000 kilogram bombs, and one that drops a bunch of 250s. Unfortunately, there's no version that drops the Fritz X. And defenses is all pretty standard infantry division sort of affair. And well, that's everything in the new 2 divisions. So, well, let's take a look at a big slutch. My, it is a big slutch.